Yo, what's up? How y'all? So, yo, sorry I haven't been uploading and shit, bruh. Like, I got fucking school and shit, bruh. Like, school just sucks, man. But, I'm gonna get right in the fucking story, bruh. Give me a new one if I might be doing. I must still continue the Boros one. I just haven't had a lot of, like, ideas for the Boros one. I need to, like, think of that shit. But I'm gonna be doing what if Deku had all for one. And bruh, I'm surprised. Like, not a lot of people. Some people have done it, others haven't. But I'm gonna get straight into it. So basically, in this one, Hasashi is basically the great grandson of All for One's brother, and that is how Deku gets All for One. So Deku is related to All for One in some way. I don't even know. Is he like a grandpa or something? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, it'd be like a grandfather or something. I don't know. But okay, so yeah, Hasashi, the great whatever, bunch of greats, grandson of All for One's brother. So Deku is born, and Hasashi is kind of like the same, a little bit same in canon. It goes kind of the same canon, but actually, I might gender swap Bakugo. I might do that. Y'all tell me in the comments if you want a gender swap to Bakugo. I might do that. But everything goes the same in canon, bruh. Everything goes the same in canon, and basically Deku is I'm just gonna go to the quirk doctor. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the quirk doctor. So basically the quirk doctor evaluates, see what Deku's quirk is, they do a bunch of tests, and come to find out that Deku has all for one. Bam bam. So the doctor says your kid has a very powerful and unique quirk. Only one other person has had this quirk, named All for One, and he's a villain. And Deku kind of gets worried, and he looks at his mom. And he's like, "Mom, am I gonna be a villain?" And Inko being a good mom, she's like, "No, no, you're not gonna be a villain. You'll be a good hero." And so and also the doc there's a different doctor. It's not the one that the All for One's doctor. It's a different doctor, and he knows All Might. So he basically calls All Might, and he's like, "All Might, we have a situation here. There's a kid with All for One's quirk," and All Might is very shocked by this. He's pretty surprised by this. He says, I'll be there in a few minutes." And but before All Might can get there, these soldiers barge in to the doctor's room, and basically kind of grab Deku, and Ingo basically tries to like pull Deku towards her, but then one of the soldiers basically just like punches her in the face and just knocks her out. And since I'll just say the soldier hadn't been like an enhancement type quirk, so the punch was really hard and shit. So they basically grab Deku and they throw him into, I'll say, a prison. They just throw him into prison, maybe like Tartarus or something. Like a really bad prison. Like one of the most dangerous and shit. But uh, you know, Deku is very kind of scared because he just got thrown into a jail cell, and he's asking the guard what he did, and like the guard just looks at him and says, "Shut up, villain," and just walks away. And basically, he has a prison buddy, I guess you can say, and Deku, like, kind of, the guy's just kind of smiling, and he's a child rapist. I might get monetized, but I don't fucking care. Demonetized, bro. I don't care. But he's yeah, kind of kill, does that shit, and you know, uh, Deku is uh kind of Deku. The guy tries to basically force Deku on the ground and tries to take off his shit, man. And Deku basically just grabs him, like, man, like, with Deku's all for one, he can he steals quirks, but he doesn't have to grab the person's face. He can just touch them and then he can steal their quirk. So he basically just touches the guy's arm and just steals his quirk, uses his quirk against him, and kills him. Just legit kills him. And so from that point on, he started to take a lot of the prisoners' quirks. Like a half, like, and the prison that has a good amount of people in it. I'd say, like, I don't know how many prisoners are there in the prison. A few thousand, I'll say. Whatever, I don't care. A few thousand, maybe a few hundred. I don't know, whatever. But he stole a lot of prisoners' quirks, and he basically made a name for himself in the prison, and no one messes with him, bruh. He also got a gang. He got his own, like, gang. Like, yeah, they're, like, loyal to him and shit. They basically run that bitch. But, and Deku now, since he's been in the prison for 10 years. Since now he's 14, and he got locked up in the prison when he was 4. So he's been in that prison for 10 years. So he is a lot. He's cold. He's cunning. He's kind of, I don't know. He's not a nice dude. Like, I mean, you give him you give him respect, he'll give you respect back. You disrespect him, he'll kick your ass. But, like, I mean, yeah. So, Big Man Deku, he's just, just basically running the full prison and shit. And, and one day, Deku's eating lunch with his, like, gang and shit, and a prison guard walks up to him and says, "Deku, you have a visitor." And Inko actually hasn't visited him these past 10 years. I'm not making... The reason Inko wasn't visiting him is because, first of all, the government wouldn't allow it, and second of all, they legit paid her to not make any contact with him or even go to the prison at all. So she hasn't talked to him or seen him in 10 years. And, so it's not her. And Deku basically walks with the prison guard into a room, and there's windows and, the phone and shit. And he just sees this animal, and he basically sits down, picks up the phone, and just says, "Who the fuck are you?" And Nezu's like, I'm Principal Nezu. I am the principal at UA. And Deku's like, okay, why the fuck should I care? And Nezu says, well, actually, I want you to join UA to become a hero. And I'll say Deku, he's still holding on to his dream a little bit. He's not um, you know, he's not really like he still kind of wants to be a hero, but he didn't think that would ever happen really, since he would probably be in the prison for the whole time. And also he was planning on escaping he was planning on escaping, like, so once he got enough quirks. And so Deku says, UA, huh? Hmm. Okay, I might do that. He said, he says, before I do though, what's in it for me? And Nezu's kind of surprised. He's like, you don't want to be a hero? And Deku says, I used to be, but then the stupid government basically locked me up for no reason, just for having a quirk that allows me to steal people's quirks and give them to other people. And so, yeah, so, Big Man Deku, bruh, he's kind of, he's like pissed at the whole government system for locking him up for no fucking reason. Like, as he should, because, locked him up, bruh. So, Deku is talking with Nezu, and Deku is kind of happy a little bit, because no one has visited him for like 10 years. No one has visited him at all. And Hasashi is still like overseas or wherever he's working at. So, yeah. And, yeah, so Deku tells Nezu that, he'll join UA. And, like, Nezu's happy about this. But then, after Deku leaves, one of the, like, prison, kind of warden and shit, like the guy that runs the prison, basically warns Nezu that he's kind of obsessed with taking quirks at this point, because he's never really he's never gotten in trouble for taking quirks, because first of all, it's the prisoners' quirks, so, and they're villains, so the government doesn't like is actually kind of happy that Deku's taking quirks, but they don't want him to take quirks from innocent people or UA students. And also they've never really gone up to him and said, "Hey, can you stop taking quirks from people?" Because they're scared of him. Because, well, he can basically just take your quirk by touching you. So like, you'll be screwed. And so right now, and Deku, he's jacked though. Also, he's not like fucking skinny ass Deku, bro. He's pretty fucking ripped, cause, well, he's been in fucking prison for 10 years, so he's been like weightlifting, all that shit. He's been into fights with shit, and he's also, I think with All For One, once you take the person's quirk, you kind of just master it immediately too. I think you can do that, but I don't know, whatever. But, uh, so, basically, Deku, he does, well, he just, kind of wants to say, bye to his, like, friends and shit, his gang and shit, and he basically gives the gang some, like, an extra quirk or two, cause, like, he kind of wants, cause, I'll say, a few of them on, like, death penalty and shit, like, a few of them are on death penalty, so, like, he kind of wants them to get out of there, so he gives them, like, some extra, like, extra quirk and shit, so they can get out of here. So, I'll say he gives, hmm, I don't know what I want to give them. I guess I'll say he gave one a disintegration quirk, another one a kind of like a water manipulation quirk. Cause I'll just say the Tartarus prison is like uh like kind of like an island and shit. I'll say that. Yeah, it's like a really secure prison. So he gives yeah, and I'll say he gives one like a lightning type quirk, which is pretty powerful too. It's not like a Commonaries, and like it's pretty powerful. And I'll say Deku over the years he's been like stockpiling up on quirks, and he's got, I'll say, a lot of like strength like enhancement quirks. He also has some lightning quirks. He has a hardening quirk. He has, I'll just say, all for one's shit he does have. Because I think a lot of fucking a lot of people in My Hero Academia, they have similar quirks to each other. Like some people have like can make like has like size manipulation quirks because they're like growing size and shit. So yeah, But I'll say he has quirks similar or to exactly like All for One's quirks, and so he got the whole. I forgot what All for One's quirks are. I know All for One had lightning quirk, a hardening quirk. He can make his hand like big as hell. He had a lot of enhancement quirks. He had like a air blast quirk. Uh, y'all tell me in the comments what quirks All for One had and which ones you want me to add. That'd be pretty appreciated, man. So yeah, back to the story, I guess. So yeah, okay. So Deku gives the gang some quirks and shit, so they can break out, and basically also UA is already has a dorm set for Deku and shit, and so like Deku doesn't have to live in the prison and shit, and can live like and go right to UA, and yeah, okay. Since I don't know if y'all want me to do like what you want me to do with Bakugo, like make him a girl or a boy, I'm gonna leave this part off. In the comments, you know, tell me what All for One's quirks are and which ones you want me to add, and also if you want me to make Bakugo a girl or a guy, or just keep him a guy. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna leave this part off. Part 2 will be up for this. Yeah, part 2 will be up, bruh. Boros part 3 is gonna be up this week. Yeah, it's gonna be up sometime this week. So, and I'm gonna continue this series too. So I'm gonna be flip flopping. So yeah, alright. So, bruh, this has been What If Life, bruh. Hope you enjoyed. If you like this, consider subscribing. No, free. Always free to unsubscribe, but please don't do that. Alright, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Alright.